All right, guys, welcome in, welcome in. FOD Live 2026, we're back again. This time we are going back to one of the round one matches. We have Dogaum from Brazil versus Anubis from Germany. Let's just go over to the brackets and we'll just have a little look. So as you can see, we have played 6 games so far. We actually played a quarter-final match last night just to get the ball moving on things. And we are now going back to finish off the last remaining round one matches. So we actually have Dogaum versus Anubis now. And then we'll be having Sean Murphy versus Dubai a little bit later in a few hours from now. So just make sure to tune in for that. Just bear with me a second. All right, the guys are ready and they are just about to kick things off. So let's go straight over to the match. All right, guys, so Anubis versus Dogaum in a race to 3 first round match. Let's see who's going to take this one. I played a few games with Anubis and he definitely is a great player. Haven't played that many with Dogaum, but I also know that he is very highly rated, so it's going to be a tough one to decide for sure. So we've got Dogaum on the stripes here. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I actually never asked him. I really should have asked him how to pronounce his name. Hopefully I'm not butchering it too badly. So the break has not moved the balls very much for this rack. You can see there's quite a lot of balls all together down at this bottom half of the table. So we've got Anubis on the spots here. Let's see what he can come up with. I wonder if he's going to try and land on this 4 here after this shot, or is he going to go into them? He's chosen to go into them. And he's okay, he's still on the 7 here to the corner pocket, but where is he going to go from there? It's a little bit congested, as you can see. He can also go up for the 4 here. At least then he doesn't have to move any balls, so maybe he'll do that. Just come off this rail, bring the white up towards the middle of the table. That's what he's done, but he's actually missed the pot, so he'll not be happy with that. And he's left Dogaum back in, who is on stripes. Which way is he going to go here? A few different options. He can smash into them. He can play the 14 and screw back. I think maybe trying to play this with power and just kind of trying to split these balls up would be the way I would play it. Let's see which way he goes about doing this. He has kind of tried to nudge them, but he's maybe played it not hard enough, and he hasn't moved the balls enough here, as you can see, so he doesn't really have a straightforward pot from here. That's a cracker. He's literally just, I don't know what he's played, but he's ended up banking 2 balls at once. Let's just have another look at that. That is nuts. That he's banked 2 balls at once there, so you'll not see that every day. That's for sure. And he's still okay. Actually, it's worked out really well for him because he's developed the other balls into a pot position, and after this 10, a little bit of screw back for the black in the opposite pocket, you would imagine this is going to be 1-0, and what a way to do it. Is he going to get enough speed on this? He has done, and it's a reasonably easy black into the corner here for a 1-0 head start, and he's actually missed the black into the corner pocket. That's a shame after seeing that fantastic shot earlier. Now, can Anubis just clean up is the question. Black is kind of hampering him a little bit, but he should be able to navigate around these balls. He really wanted to hit the black there. If he'd have hit the black, he would have just nudged it out of the way, and then he would have had either ball to play. Now he's going to have to play cushion first, pot the 3, but now what does he do? That's the question. Now what does he do? Is he going to play safe? I think he's going to have to. Although the black doesn't go into this corner pocket that we're looking at, so he could just play a safety off the 4. That's probably the direction I would go. And see if he chooses to do that. Yeah, something like that is fine. Let's see what Dogaum chooses to do now. Is he gonna... You can see there he doesn't even have the space to try and block that pocket that the 7's going into. So it'd be interesting to see what he tries to do with this black ball. And wouldn't you know, he's tried just to whack it and hope. And unfortunately, he's ended up not potting it and also scratching it off. So this should be routine now for Anubis to clinch this first frame and go 1-0 up. He's not much to do here. He really just has to stun all of these balls and he'll be perfect on the black. And it's sitting almost over the pocket, so you'd imagine we're going to go 1-0 here. Yep, and there we have it. 1-0 to Anubis. Let's just have another look at that. The double from earlier. He's actually managed to double 2 balls and unfortunately lose the first frame to Anubis, so he'll be kicking himself there. But that is definitely one of the funniest doubles I've seen in a while. So we have Anubis here. He's got the open table. He's got the choice. Let me see what's going on with the balls here again. A bit of congestion, but it's a little bit better than the first frame, although there will be... Players will definitely need to be developing balls here, no matter which set they choose. You can see there Anubis has just opted to go for the spots to start with, and I mean really there's no better set. They're just both kind of, both sets of balls here do have issues that need resolved. You know, arguably you could say that the spots are in a slightly better position just with the way the 10's sitting, but either set of balls, I mean, he's decided to just cover a bag there, which a lot of the time when you're in the early stages of a frame isn't a bad idea, just to give you that little bit of security. Remember, we're playing 8 ball here, so you are allowed to pot an opponent's ball as long as you make contact with your ball first. So Dogaum here with the stripes. Let me see what he can do. Now, he's not great on this 14 ball, as you can see. So he might just play a safety. I don't know whether he's tried that bank into the middle, but he's left, as you can see, an option here just with the 3 and the 6 combo. Is he going to go that route? He is. That's worked out quite well. As you can see, the 2 ball goes as well, and he's got everything else in the open. So this is a good chance for Anubis to go 2 up in this match, first to 3. He would have liked to have played that slightly harder, but he's still okay. He can play this 3 ball, come across. He's actually going to play the 7 first, which is fine. He can play the 7 into the middle. It's a little bit tight, but he should be fine. Oh, he's missed it, and that's why I would have preferred to have gone 3 first. Those little shots into the middle pocket, especially in FlyOrDie pool, the pockets are tight. Much tighter than the tables I play in locally in real life. I'll tell you that for free. So you always need to be a little bit careful if you're going to leave yourself a very tight cut into the middle. So Dogaum's back in the table here, which he will very much be glad about. And the only thing is that he didn't leave himself an easy pot there after that ball. So he's missed it. And really Anubis has got another chance here. Now, this 5 ball needs to be moved. Is he going to do it now? That is the shot, I would say. Try and get this 5 ball out of there. Well, he's done the next best thing. He's actually moved the 12, which was blocking the 5. So good decision to do it that way around. He can play either the 5 and then the 3 and then the 7. Looks like he's going to go that way about it. Now, you can just opt to drag this cue ball back into the middle of the table again. He's got lots of room to play with because that 7 is right over the pocket, as you can see. So good news is all he has to do is focus on, he doesn't really have to do anything for positional play on the black here, literally just potting this very slowly, and he's going to give himself the 8 to the corner. Yeah, you can see he's done that. And this is going to be 2-0, folks, as long as this goes in, which you would imagine it will. And there we go, 2-0 to Anubis so far. So he only needs one more game to win this first round match. So a lot of work to do for Dogaum here. He really needs to get a frame on the board. He needs to go 2-1 here if he's going to have a chance. And Anubis has found a ball on the break, so he remains in the driver's seat. He's going to go for stripes, and that's not landed very well for him. He's now without. Can he see this 10 ball? He looks like he might be able to just get to the potting angle, but again, it's very hard to see from our view. He might just opt to play something else here. Oh, he's actually going to play this into the middle pocket. This is going to be a double off the... He's going to kick this, and he's going to try and kick this into the middle. And that was a very ambitious shot to take on. I think that was probably about a 5% shot. So he has left control over to Dogaum. He has the spots here. And as you can see, they're all on the line and will need to be moved. Does this one go into the corner pocket? Not quite. So he's going to have to go for this 5. And then, does he have an angle? He does actually have an angle here, just to screw back and manipulate these 3 the balls that are lying on the bottom rail. So let me be interesting to see if he does that. He's chosen to land to get on the 1. I'm not sure if he realized that this ball, I mean, again, it's hard to see from this angle, but to me, that doesn't go in that corner pocket. I'm wondering, is that a bit of an oversight? But then again, he can just elect to do what he did there, which is just take control of that corner pocket. That's kind of the next best thing he could have done. So back to Anubis here. He does have 3 potable balls at least. Let's see if he can move that 1 out of the way there, because as you can see, the 12 doesn't go in naturally, so he will have to move that. He's ran on a little bit too much there. He wanted to he should have put a little bit more backspin on that so he didn't career into the 11 and leave himself awkward, which he has done. Yeah, that was always the issue, that 1 ball being in the way of the pocket. So Dogaum's gonna have to get rid of that. A couple of balls that are just blocking his 4 ball, as you can see there. The rest of them will go in. He's missed that shot, so back over to Anubis again here. It's getting a wee bit of a tactical battle now in this third game in the match. You can see there Anubis just opting to take control with the 12 ball. He's not left anything really easy for Dogaum here. Dogaum does have the combination. He has the 4-3 combination into this corner pocket. The question is, where's the 4 going to land? And is he going to make it? And he hasn't made the pot, so he has given a chance back over to Anubis. As you can see, the 11 doesn't go in that pocket. So he's going to have to move that 11 ball if he's going to run out from here and win the match. Yeah, and it's not a good angle to break it up. Unfortunately, he's just very difficult to judge those ones where the object ball is going to end up. And you can see here the 14 is just, it's too far away from the pocket for him to be able to create an angle to pot it and also break up this 11 ball. So is he going to come up with something else? Maybe he's just going to take this other pocket, which, to be fair, is, I would say, the best option that he had on the table there. So he's done well to do that. Now he's asking questions of Dogaum, who is in a bit of a tricky spot, you would say, because he's going to have to, you would think he's going to have to pot this 4 and develop, or let me see, do you know what? That's not bad. Now he's done well, but then where does he go next is the question, because both of Anubis's balls are pretty much over their pockets. So it'll be interesting to see what the solution is here. Does he pot the 11? I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to pot the 11 there and then snooker him on the 14. So Anubis has a long 11, and then you would imagine if he pots this, that will be game over, because the rest is pretty rudimentary. Looks like he's got it, and he's perfect on the 14, and then the black's sitting pretty nicely. He can just pot this with a little bit of drag, bring the white back, as he has done. And guys, that looks to be a 3-0 victory for Anubis. I would say this is pretty a formality now, and it is. Good games to both parties, and Anubis has won the match. So he will now advance into the quarterfinals. So let's just have a look at the brackets, and here we are. So he has won his game here, top right match against Dogaum 3-0. So he will be facing Shadow in the next match in the quarterfinals, and that will be a very exciting match, I'm sure, because those two guys will have played very well in the tournament, and that will be definitely a game you'll not want to miss. But before we get there, we still have 2 more round 1 games, one of which will be played this evening at 7 o'clock UK time. So that is in around 2 hours from now. So if you want to watch that, make sure you're available, make sure you're on the stream, and we will all see you there for Sean Murphy versus Dubai at 7 o'clock UK time. So make sure not to miss that one. That will be an absolute cracker. So thanks again, folks, for tuning in, and we'll see you later for that match tonight. Thanks now. Goodbye.